Hi everyone, this is Penguin Trades. Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be taking you through my trading session for the E-mini futures. So I just wanted to explain the overall chart context here. So right now this is the ES futures on the 500 tick chart, by the way. So yesterday price had these two legs up, uptrend, break, new high, and then price started reversing, but it failed to reverse, and that pushed price into this wider uptrend. Now the lows didn't really fit well. They barely held for a third time there. It was really just, price needing a couple more attempts higher before it just went sideways. So again, the uptrend attempted to play out with a break to a new high. This is that first attempt to reverse. Correction, it just about made a double top and then made a second attempt before pushing higher. So that's really what's going on there. And so when this uptrend, when price started reaching the third trend line here, ended up breaking, pushed up to a new high. And so this is a very small but valid play out. This channel played out with a break and a push to a new high. Now it's a very small break for the size of that channel, and so when price starts reversing here, because when a trend plays out, it's typical to see a reversal. We get this first leg down, although I should explain deeper. Initially, we just get this first leg down, break in a new low. So this is the two attempts to reverse, which is really just the bigger picture two-legged break for this channel here. Price pushed on higher, making a new high attempt. So at this point, when price is pushing higher, even though the channel just played out with a break and a push to a new high, it got two attempts to reverse. It's holding on this support, and so now it's just acting as a bigger picture break, and then this is the new high attempt. So price attempts the new high, makes another attempt right here before pushing lower. Now this creates a clear, bigger second leg down. This trend still has the capacity to make a new high. It's still in play at this point. Again, you got to combine structures as price action forms. You got to combine structures. So when this uptrend played out with a break to a new high, initial reversal here, failed to make a new high, but it's still clearly making a two-legged move down. And so this is just a bigger picture two-legged break where you can look to get in on the move to a new high for that uptrend right here. And so when price starts pushing up here, this is a great place for a failed second entry, a great reversal pattern area. You can see on a small picture here when I zoom on in, price pushed up, made a couple legs back. This is technically a failed second entry. I was not trading at this point. This is way past when I was trading, but price made that reversal pattern, pushed on up, and then, it just couldn't make the new high. It ended up only being able to make a second smaller leg up before reversing on down. And really what ended up happening was this uptrend got a break, a two-legged break, and then we got our first attempt higher, second attempt higher. And so this is price attempting a new high from this two-legged break. So uptrend, break, first attempt higher, second attempt higher, failure right at that measured move. And so yeah, that's the real large failure. So just wanted to show when a trend gets a break and it plays out, price is likely to attempt to play it out on a much bigger picture, and then if it fails on a bigger picture, then it often leads to a very strong failure. Like you see here, it just shot out the lows here. And so yeah, just wanted to explain that. Price pushed on lower here. This is the overnight session. Right now it's 7:52 a.m. Central Time, and price went into this downtrend. We got this two-legged break, which I'll explain even deeper actually. Price initially just got this right here, downtrend, two-legged break. Right at that measured move, price starts attempting a new low. Price failed to make a new low. It ended up just holding right around this support right here. It got a decent move down, but it just couldn't get past this swing right here, and that ended up pushing price higher. Now, when price fails to make a new low after a two-legged break and starts pushing higher and breaches that swing, you have to start combining structures. So what we do is we combine these two legs and then drag it to the start of this leg. So we have this larger two-legged move up now. This is still a valid two-legged break. We can still look for a new low for this downtrend. You may have gotten sometimes what'll happen is you can get in on the initial move down and then get in on the bigger picture move down if it sets up well both times. And this is why you don't want to push your targets too far. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of different contexts and situations in trading, but a lot of times on a smaller setup, you can anticipate a bigger picture setup forming, and so you just limit your target to a support level maybe. In this case, that would be the swing. In other cases, it could be an EMA or the chart, or a trend line. There's all sorts of different situations in trading. And so sometimes you want to limit your target, expecting a bigger picture move to happen. And so anyway, price pushes on up, makes that second leg up. Price gets a good reaction. Initially, it pushes on through. It doesn't go too far, but then it pushes right back down and then retests with a two-legged move right on that measured move level. So let me just drag this over real quick, and you can see here, price pushed on through on that second leg up, but then immediately shot back down and retested that level perfectly with a two-legged move higher. That pushes price down, makes a second leg to a new low. And so now we have, on a bigger picture, downtrend, two-legged break, first attempt lower, second attempt lower. Two legs down to make a new low. The measured move was right at the double bottom and ended up pushing on down, making the new low, forming a double bottom here, and then that gave us our overnight low for today. So price pushed on up here, went into this range, and you can see we got to push up, couple legs back. You know, it's not right off the measured move. It ended up pushing down to the overnight low to retest it, but it's still a two-legged move down after a reversal higher attempt, and you know that of course pushed price out of this wider trend line that's forming. You know, at first we had this right here, you know, pretty choppy range, breakout, basically pushed to a new low, retesting the overnight low here, and then now we're getting this two-legged reversal. So it is important to extend these trend lines. Price finally broke out. Looks like it just retested it and is taking off on that second leg up. So one thing that we could get, you know, we could still get it here, is if we get two legs back holding above the EMA, then we can look to get long to reach that measured move, because, you know, coming off the overnight low, this is a common reversal area. This downtrend is played out. And if we can get a couple legs back with a good bullish hold, then we can use this active measured move to our advantage to get long. So anyway, I just wanted to explain the chart here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and then I'll be back when something interesting happens. See you all in a bit. All right, so looking here, we have this uptrend going. This measured move was met right at the measured move. Price started pushing back down, and so I'm kind of just gonna wait and see how this channel holds. I'm not gonna buy this measured move directly on it, because overall price has been bearish, and after this downtrend played out with a break in a new low, we've already got two attempts to reverse higher, and that's off the overnight low, and it's pushing down already at the measured move. And so I just want to wait for more bullish confirmation before buying. So I'm not gonna buy it as a measured move trade, but if price pushes off that key entry point, you know, we could get something above the EMA. It might even just, you know, bounce off there and push up into a failed second entry that holds above the EMA, and that can offer us a great long. So I just wanted to explain what I'm looking at here, just looking to get in on this channel, and I'll see y'all in a bit. All right, so price just pushed out of this channel right here. It just met this measured move, which pushed it into a two-legged move up, and we're just now reaching this high up here. So initially, you know, when price reached this measured move, I was thinking this could lead to a push lower, and then we could get a couple legs back retesting this channel, but now it's pushing out the highs. And so at this point, we have to start combining these structures. Like you see here, we have these two legs up. That pushed price into two perfect legs down. And now that price is pushing up again, this is our new first leg up. And then it's basically works like uptrend, two-legged break, and then this is that second larger leg up. So right now what I'm wanting to see is a push up and then two legs back retesting, you know, either this high or this channel right here, or both at the same time, you know, but I want it to do that before it reaches this measured move. That way we can get long and use the measured move to our advantage. And yeah, so just wanted to explain that. Price pushing on up here, and yeah, I'll see y'all in a bit. Alright, so after this downtrend played out with a break to a new low, that pushed us into a reversal. We have this first leg up, two-legged break, and then second leg up, and of course it just made a double top and made a very bearish move down. So, you know, and of course on a smaller picture too, we have, you know, it started off as this leg up, break, new high, two attempts to reverse, which ended up just acting as a two-legged break from this larger trend because it couldn't get past that measured move, started making that second leg up. And so basically price just made a reversal attempt from a two-legged move up, and we, you know, since we just had two legs up and it's only one sharp leg down, we obviously can't really go long the first time we see a green bar. And so we have a break, push to a new low. This little downtrend plays out and then starts pushing on higher. Now, we do want to be careful about going long because price just clearly attempted to reverse and had a strong failure. Now, if we get two clear legs down, we still can get in on a reversal. It just has to set up well, make sure we're not entering into any resistance, and basically just, make sure it really has a good hold above before entering long. So just wanted to give a quick update. It looks like we could get a failed second entry soon, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll start it up when something happens. Alright, so price spiked up way through that measured move and then is getting a very sharp push back. So what I'd like to see is a clear two-legged retest of this level. Now, unfortunately, it is already retesting it with one leg. Ideally, you get two clear legs up with only that second leg reaching it. That's an ideal retest. But, we still could get something. It could push lower again. On a bigger picture, it'll all be one leg down, and then we can get two legs back again. So that's what I'd like to see. I just wanted to explain what's going on here. So a very sharp bearish move, looking to get short on the way down. Overall, price was reversing off the overnight low, but we have two clear legs up now, and we're getting a very bearish reaction after that. So definitely looking to get in on this push down. Hi everyone. So I am just barely missing this right here. It literally just spiked on up all at once. So this is what I'm oh, whoops. I had my NQ ATM on, is why it was so big just now, the ATM. So basically, price just met this down measured move. I'm not talking about these ones right here. I'm talking about this larger one. So downtrend, break, we got our first attempt lower, second attempt lower, and now I wanted to wait for some bullish confirmation before buying this, not just wanting to buy right on the measured move, because overall this uptrend just played out with a break and a push to two attempts at a new high. It didn't make the new high, but it still attempted to play out, two clear legs, and now we're getting these two legs reversing on down. And so I just wanted to see some bullish confirmation. It didn't quite reach the measured move at first. Now it just pushed on down and met it. Sometimes nearly reaching it is enough, and sometimes nearly reaching it is not enough. In this case, it was not enough. And so price pushed on lower, reached that measured move, and is now pushing on higher. So that's what this trade is just buying this measured move. We got a good bullish reaction, and we're just looking to ride it to the other side of this range, not all the way to the top, just 1-to-1. And yeah, so just wanted to share this. I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and let this trade play out. So enjoy.